month off with a bang, okay? I don't have my planetary symbols incorporated into my chart. So the asterisks that you see on the chart are representing the planets. I haven't figured out how to draw the symbols and save them to the chart. So for now, I'm using asterisks to represent the planets, okay? So Gemini rising. Now you can also, this reading can also apply to you if you are a sun sign Gemini. But when you look at the chart, you see in the first house, it says Gemini. That means this is a Gemini rising chart. So for anyone who has an ascendant of Gemini, aka Gemini rising, this will definitely apply to you. So, like I said, you start the month off with a bang. Mars is in a trine to Neptune. On this chart, Mars is represented by the green asterisk and Neptune is represented by the blue asterisk. So, Mars is in your area of your life dealing with money, and Neptune is in the area of your life that deals with your public image and your career. So, you're going to be coming up with ideas about how to make money. And this is also going to be a good time for you to just take it easy on your job. This is a time where you will make money regardless of the effort you put out, okay? Because all of the thoughts that you've had related to your career and your public image are going to be manifested through Mars. Okay, Mars is in the area of your life dealing with money. So you start the month off with a bang. And actually, this is happening on the 31st, May 31st. But remember, in astrology, don't get caught up on exact dates because you can feel the energy of this aspect before the 31st, on the 31st, even after the 31st. Okay, but this is a great aspect for you. There's good energy going on in relation to your career and your money. Now, let's move on to June 3rd. June 3rd, you have another trine, and this trine is involving your self-image. You have the sun in Gemini, which is represented by the green asterisk, and then you have Saturn in Aquarius, and they are in a good aspect to one another. So this is a great time for you to book overseas travel. This is a great time for you to do research on overseas travel because the sun is shining light on those areas of your life, and you can actually see yourself traveling. You can see yourself broadcasting. You can see yourself taking care of legal matters. So this is a great aspect related to your self-image and overseas travel, related to your self-image and higher education, your self-image and legal matters. Okay, so wherever the asterisk is right now, there's going to be some good things happening for you. Okay, you're going to come up with some rational ideas on how to advance your broadcasting ability or your philosophy or booking travel overseas. So all of those things, just keep those in the back of your mind around the 3rd. Now, we also have another great trine on the 3rd. We have Venus in Cancer. So let's move the green asterisk to represent Venus. Venus in Cancer is going to be in a trine to Jupiter in Pisces. Jupiter in Pisces is going to be expanding your public image. Remember, Jupiter expands wherever he's located. And then we have Venus, the planet of love, in the area of your life dealing with your money. So again, this is going to be some great energy related to how you make money, how much money you're making related to your career. So your career is looking good, okay, in June. Now, this is also a great time to go on a date as well. Okay, it's a great time for a lot of Gemini risings to go on a date after work because remember, this deals with your public image, this deals with your career. So you might find yourself spending money on a date after work around this time. And let's move on to the 5th because we do have a square. We have Mercury in Gemini. So let's let the green asterisk represent Mercury, and then we have Neptune in Pisces. So we have a challenge around the 5th. We have a challenge between what you think about your self-image and your career. There's going to be a bit of a challenge. You might want to change some things about your style, but you're going to come into a challenge when you look at your career. There could be maybe you want to shave your head off and do a tattoo across the back of your head, and something within you is saying, you know what? I don't know if that's going to help me advance in my career. Okay, so there's going to be a bit of a challenge there around the 5th for Gemini rising. There's going to be a challenge between your self-image, your outlook on life, and your public image, your career. Okay, so now we also have an opposition on the same day. So this day is going to be a bit of a challenging day for a lot of people. We have an opposition between Mars in Cancer, so the green asterisk is representing Mars, and Pluto in Capricorn. Okay, so for you, there's going to be a bit of a tug of war related to your finances and other people's finances. Okay, it could be a case where you have a joint bank account with someone and you want to pull money out to put in your account, but they're like, hey, no, we didn't agree on that. So just be aware that there could very well be some type of uphill battle on that day. Okay, that is on the 5th. Now let's move on and see what's happening the following week, the week of June 6th. So the week of June 6th, we have the new moon in Gemini, and it is a solar eclipse. So it's going to be a major new moon. And we also have Mercury in Gemini at that time, and the new moon and Mercury are going to be in a square to Neptune. Okay, so Gemini, for you, Gemini rising, is dealing with your self-image. And then Neptune is in the area of your life that deals with your public image and your career. So again, this is a time where you might have to give yourself a wake-up call. Okay, you might have to tell yourself, give yourself a pep talk and say, you know what? I really want to shave my head and put a tattoo across the back of my head, but that's not going to help me advance in my career. So this is an aspect where a lot of wake-up calls happen for a lot of people. Okay. Now let's move on to the next week. Well, actually, before then, let's talk about the fact that Mars is moving into Leo. And for you, it's happening in the area of your life that deals with communications. So you might find that you are communicating more once Mars moves into that area of your life, when Mars moves into Leo. So Mars moves into Leo on the 11th, and it's all about fun because Mars is happy to move out of Cancer because Mars is debilitated in Cancer. Okay, so Mars is feeling fancy free that he's moving into Leo. Now let's move on to the next week, the week of June 13th. So on the 13th, we have a great sextile. We have Venus in Cancer. So let's move Venus over here to Cancer. We have Venus in Cancer in a sextile to Uranus in Taurus. So the blue is representing Uranus and the green is representing Venus. So you're going to find yourself spending money on things that you will use behind the scene. It could be something related to your spirituality, but it is something that holds value to you, and it's something that you really don't share too much with others. It's more something that you just handle or something that you enjoy behind the scenes. Okay, so that's going to be a great time. Now, on the same day, we have a square. We have the sun in Gemini. So let's move this. Let's make the green asterisk the sun. The sun in Gemini in a square to Neptune. Neptune is over here in Pisces. So again, one thing that Gemini rising has to pay attention to this month. There's going to be something you want to change about either your outlook on life or your actual physical self-image, and it is going to you're going to feel a bit of a challenge because you're going to feel like it does not mesh with your public image. So there's something that a lot of Gemini risings are going to want to change about their self-image, but it might not happen because you keep thinking that it's not going to look good for your public image. So that's something that a lot of Gemini risings will have to deal with this month. So that is on the 13th. Now on the 14th, let's talk about the fact that we have Saturn in Aquarius. So let's move this green asterisk over here to Aquarius. Saturn in Aquarius is going to be in a square to Uranus in Taurus. Okay, so, and remember, Saturn in Aquarius right here. Saturn deals with the old way of doing things. Uranus deals with the new way of doing things. And Uranus deals with doing things in a surprising fashion. So there's something that you will want to do related to your spirituality, but then Saturn is up there saying, you know what? Historically, it has not been done like this, so you shouldn't try it. So there's going to be something you want to try, but there's going to be tension between what you want to try, the new thing you want to try, and it could be something related to spirituality. The new thing you want to try and the way it's always been done when Saturn is in a square to Uranus. So that is on the 14th. Now, let's move on to the next week, the week of the 20th. The week of the 20th, we have the Sun moving into Cancer, so happy birthday, Cancers. And we have Jupiter going retrograde. And it's also the day of the summer solstice. And then a few days after that, we have Mercury going direct on the 22nd. A lot of people will be happy to hear about that. Mercury is going direct. But remember, we always have the post-shadow period to deal with. Now, on the 23rd, we have a great trine. We have the Sun in Cancer. Oh, keep forgetting I can't move the whole thing. Okay. So we have the Sun in Cancer in a trine to Jupiter in Pisces. Now, if you have noticed, we have some things going on in Pisces. We have Jupiter and Neptune in Pisces this month. So once I get my symbols together, you'll be able to see the different planets in the actual houses that we're talking about. But for now, just know that these asterisks are representing various planets, okay? So we have the Sun in a trine to Jupiter, and this spells good energy related to your career and the money that you're making. So remember that this month is a great month for Gemini risings to make more money related to your career. Okay? That is a day of optimism and joy on the 23rd for you. Now let's move on to the week of the 27th because we have Venus joining Mars in Leo on that day. I'm putting these to the side because what I'm talking about, I'm not putting the planets there right now. On the 27th, we have Venus joining Mars in Leo, so you might see yourself communicating more from a place of love. Now, on the 1st, we do have an opposition. We have Mars in Leo, so let's put Mars in Leo. Mars in Leo is going to be in an opposition to the opposition right there. Mars in Leo is in an opposition to Aquarius. So Mars is where you want to take action. Saturn is what is making you think twice. Okay. So there might be something you want to communicate to someone or to some organization, but Saturn is making you go back to the drawing board and make sure you have your research in place. Make sure you know exactly what you're talking about before you just blurt it out, before you communicate it. Okay, so that is on July 1st. Okay, so again, this month for a lot of Gemini risings, you're going to have to decide between your self image and how does it incorporate into your public image. So for a lot of Gemini risings, you'll have to make that decision this month. Okay, but overall, it should be a great month. Now, if you did like this video, please share it, please like it, please subscribe to my channel. I appreciate it. If you would like a personal reading, you can visit my website. I have the link listed there. And you can also get daily screenshot readings on my website. So until next month, have a great month.